This is Keith Robertson reporting from Epting Events live here this Friday, April 17th, 2015. And what do we have for today, Miss April?
Nope.
Today we have some of the year's biggest events here at Epting Events. We have the Georgia Trust coming to the Hill, and we have the Swan Ball at the Atlanta History Museum.
We've got the University of Georgia's Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communications celebrating 100 years.
It is for 330 guests. It is, as of now, going to rain tonight, I think. So we have a 40 by 85 tent that was put up. 2 bands, 1 band inside, 1 bluegrass outside. We have 3 rehearsal dinners.
And it's also raining, and there's a massive storm on the way.
What's our rain contingency?
8 parties next 2 days.
8 pardon me.
8 parties next day. Rain contingency is tents everywhere. We put up multiple tents. We brought in power, extra tables, extra chairs, labor. We have moved things around so much this week. It's just been, I don't want to say putting out fires because it's just the weather. It's what happens.
It's water.
What we do. It's just water.
Fires would be good if we warm it up a little
exactly,
bit. You know?
Exactly. So it's everything's going to go great, and then we're all going to sleep on Sunday. Besides Bill, who's going to be on the Georgia Trust.
Yeah, I think Floral's been working around the clock, so that's it. Say what? Take him back there? All right, so let's see what we have going on in Floral today. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all doing?
Don't be bringing that in here. I don't even have on lipstick. I haven't
You
even
look
brushed my hair.
fantastic.
Oh,
he can edit that. He can edit the lips.
Can you like Photoshop? Do we want to put this on there?
Yeah. That's why.
Okay, Corey is going to prom tonight.
Oh, really?
And so to support our Epting family, I am making a boutonniere for him for prom. I told him last weekend I would make sure he was properly attired with the proper boutonniere.
This is how we take care of each other. You got a kid going to high school prom. Maggie knows how to make boutonnieres. She's gonna hook him up and make sure this Epting family is looking right.
The pin is gonna go down in and you're gonna weave it in like that so that it's held in like that. If you're putting it on, or have your mom or friend put it in. Like that. So, Mr. Corey, made with love, and you have a great time.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And we want to hear all the details. Well, not maybe all the details. Some of the highlights.
Okay, the highlights.
Anyway, you have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
I've been throwing parties all over the Southeast for over 40 years, and now I've got my sons working with me. We do over 600 events a year.
Appreciate everybody making the effort to come out.
We've catered all over the place, and this is how we do it.
All right, Smithonia Farm. Out here gearing up for UGA, Grady College, Centennial, 100 years of journalism. We're heading out to meet Pam Neesmith, whose family owns Smithonia Farms. Pam took us all around, telling us all the stories about James Monroe Smith, what had happened when he started the plantation, and its long, crazy history ever since.
He built this one to store his cotton. He built it to store his cotton until the market was like he wanted it. Then he put in the railroads to actually transport the cotton to get it to Chicago to sell it. And then that barn was a fertilizer plant because he shipped fertilizer all over the world. His first 1,000 acres that he started with was the worst dirt in the world. And he was the one who constantly talked to people, we've got to do more than just cotton. You got to diversify. You got to actually use the organic, use all the manure. That's why he brought in cows. He created the dairy just for the manure so he could just enrich the soil and fertilize it. They came from Egypt to talk to him about how he produced that much cotton.
An Egyptian cotton was basically started right here. That's a good legacy right there. Speaking of communications, we've got Grady students that are interning with us now. We've got some that have graduated and are working with us full time. So we're going to put together a little project with Waiting on Martha and the Southern Coterie to come together and do a photo shoot for 2 days.
I'm
Mandy Calagrai from Waiting on Martha, and I'm in Athens today, spending the day with Cherie and Epting Events.
Hi, I'm Cherie Levy with the Southern Coterie, and I'm excited to be here with Waiting on Martha in Athens, hanging out with the Eptings today.
I'm Kathy McCary, and I'm a freelance photographer in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm happy to work with Waiting on Martha. We get to go on a lot of fun adventures and create beautiful images for different brands, and of course, the Waiting on Martha blog.
We're gonna start off, we're gonna head to Lee's house, and then we're gonna go down to the Epting warehouse. I've got a fun little setup in the kitchen, and then come back to the cotton press. So, yes?
Sounds great.
All right. Waiting on Martha. So your name's Manny. Waiting on Martha. Put the two things together.
Well,
so the idea came from
wine and my love of Martha Stewart, but all things food and entertaining and fun. And so I started a blog, and from that it's grown into just creating a beautiful everyday through travel, hanging out with people like you guys. And like Cherie, I'm passionate about helping people grow their business too, because I'm an entrepreneur, 2 years young, and learning every day still. So
well, you are tapped into the right streams over here. Yeah. It was great having the Waiting on Martha folks here today. We got to get to that next party. The Georgia Trust Ramble, not only are we doing a party for it the day after UGA's party at Smithonia, the day before, there's 450 of them coming out to Dad's house. That yard is soaked. Lee's going crazy about pea gravel, spreading things out. We got trucks in the mud.
We gotta find out where to dump this stuff.
We got umbrellas getting folks across the lawn from the buses into the tent. Daniel's down at the house giving tours.
Welcome, this is Lee Epting's house. This is where I grew up, and I'm Daniel Epting, his son. What you're in right here is a 1785 log house. It was my first ancestors from Ireland built this in South Carolina. If you got any questions, I'll try to make up an answer for you.
What are you gonna do? Grab a drink, grab some food, and tell a story.
So when was it assembled? When was it brought on
So
site?
it was brought here in 1980 to 81, and actually it's still ongoing, getting assembled daily. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
One of the parties that I've wanted to do my entire life was the Atlanta History Center Swan Ball at the Swan House in Atlanta. We got full costumes, people kind of parading in this Downton Abbey-esque style. Our good friend James Farmer's there. We collaborated on some dishes. And of course, it's like the band getting back together with Kathy and Tricky.
Lee, you get in here right now.
Where'd you come from?
Sandwich hog, sandwich hog.
I gotta go back and get y'all some food. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, bye.
Bye.
Ladies. Yeah. Now wait a minute. Here. Come here. I appreciate what y'all done. Y'all made me look real good.
Oh, we always love working with Lee. So fun.
All right. So, see you on black tie and barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh. We just got through plating. Time to get dressed, undressed, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. My hair in good shape. That's what I want to know. Nothing standing up, is it? All right. See that fancy stripe? These are my formal samples. All right. Let's go play like we know what we're doing.
All right, are these all dressed? All the way down? Yeah, lay them down, dress them, and then we're done. That was pretty awesome. 176 plates in like 19 minutes, and they all looked really good. So we're working on some specialty plates right now and getting tightened up, ready to export.
We need to thank a few people for making tonight possible. We need to thank Kathy Rayner and Tricky Wolfus for parties tonight. I also need to thank my dear friend James Farmer and our shareholders. Also, I need to thank Lee Epting and his crew for a fabulous dinner that we're going to have this evening.
It was a great night. And I'll have to say, I was sweating this. I've been waiting for 25 years to do this ball. Turned it down a long time ago because I had a big wedding that night. And I'm waiting 25 years to make it happen. So it's kind of exciting. Couldn't have been more pleased with the staff. So it was one great night.
The Grady College is celebrating 100 years. University of Georgia is the oldest state-chartered university in the country, and so this is a big deal. You wouldn't normally think that goes in a bar module, but these are what makes this whole thing manageable at night. When it gets all crazy and they're slinging drinks, you want to be able to see what's up underneath there. So you put these guys on. That way they're not having to flip up underneath here. So you can come back and stand and be like, okay, cool, you got a couple cases of beer, there are your boozes. You're not running around looking for stuff in the middle of the night. The good thing about these crates too is you can stack them on the inside. If you've got them in here like this, they'll fall out the front side. But if you put them in this guy, then you can stack them twice as high and use less space. So then at the end, once you pull all this stuff back, you stock it up with whatever loose stuff is, it's ready to be loaded in the truck. We've got multiple stations up inside, a live praline station, lots of bars, 2 bands going off. People are showing up in the rain, mud everywhere. It's raining cats and dogs. We're talking about bulldogs. After 100 years, a little rain ain't gonna keep us down. It's 100 years of this school going on, of writers and journalists and people collecting the stories of community and culture and who we are and defining ourselves as we tell the story of who we are. And it's incredible to think about what is going to happen over the next 100 years.